Can Wrexham create a huge cup upset? Welcome back to Where the Red Dragons Talk with myself, Luke, and today we've got Tony and Ed talking all things Wrexham, including this week's Tweet of the Week and A to Z. Ed, let's start with the Charlton game, and then we'll build up to the Chelsea game, shall we? So let's start with the Charlton game. 3 points and a clean sheet. Happy days.
It is happy days. Yeah, it was a tough game. I certainly think we rode our luck, but we make this a habit. We seem to make a habit of when we're not playing well, we still get the 3 points. We grind it out, whether it's a little bit of good fortune, whether it's a miraculous save from Arthur at the end, but it's a habit. And we seem to find a way to win.
Yeah, it's a good habit to have, definitely. You're looking at the game, Tony. There was a lot of chances from Charlton. They obviously just didn't take their chances, but you have to ride your luck at some points. And the most important thing is putting the ball in the back of the net, and you guys did that.
Yeah, I was there, and Charlton played really well first half, but you got to put your chances away. At the start of the season, we were not putting chances away, and we're getting punished. And the general feeling was the Championship is a standard where you will get punished if you don't put your chances away. This game, the shoe was on the other foot. We took advantage of that. And it was against the run of play, Rathbone's goal. But do I care? No, that's football, isn't it, really? But they did play well, Charlton. I said this against Portsmouth. It's a good trait to have to win games of football in different ways. You can't always win 5-3 against clubs like Ipswich. You got to have these. I said to you, give me a boring 2-0 against Ipswich. This wasn't boring, but a 1-0 away, clean sheet, go home. I'll take that over a 5-4 any day.
Yeah. Like you say, that's actually a brilliant point. To find a way, Ed, to win, no matter how you play, is very important. You see so many teams that just have plan A, and that's it. Where if you can go, right, no, we can't win the game this way, maybe we'll sit in, or maybe we'll hit teams on the counter, maybe we'll actually try and high press this game. To have different strings to your bow is very important, isn't it, Ed?
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. I mean, a lot of it, I think, is coming down to resilience as well. So when we're on top and we're playing well, the football's nice, and we're still winning. But to have that resilience, find another way of winning, it makes us hard to play against. It makes us a difficult team. The opposition must be trying to think, Wrexham, they can do this, but also we can sit in, we can grind out the results. So it's, great to have more than one way of winning.
Definitely, yeah. Tony, obviously, you're a new member of the group, a brilliant new member at that. But you would have seen that we have spoke about Rathbone coming up trumps so many times on this pod. I mean, he's a player that seems to be getting better and better every week, and he's popping up with very, very important goals.
Yeah, remember, we signed him from the Championship. So I'm not surprised he's took to this level because he's played there before. Nonetheless, it's still a new team that in the Championship. And he's been brilliant. And I just think if we had him at the start of the season when he wasn't injured, could we got them games where we weren't killing teams off? If he was playing, who knows? But he's in the team now. He's back to full fitness. And it's great. If he's on the bench, he's a great person to bring off the bench. QPR, victory, etc. Yeah, he's been fantastic. And what I like about him the most is probably why he won League One Player of the Season for us. He's like a Duracell bunny. He just doesn't stop. He's full of energy. And you could accuse maybe Broadhead and Windass of being a little bit lethargic at times. Great players, but the bit, Rathbone does not stop. He does not stop, and that's infectious to the rest of the team.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, like I say, Windass and Broadhead, brilliant technical players. Sometimes, Broadhead especially can be seen maybe as a bit of a luxury, but to have players like Rathbone in there, you need them. You need them to, and not only, it's not doing him a disservice. He's technically a very good player as well, and obviously comes up with scoring goals. But his attitude, Ed, it's as Tony said, it's infectious into the rest of the team, isn't it? To have that never die attitude and play to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And you think, as a supporter, you look at Rathbone and you think that's how I would play. If I was playing for Wrexham, if I had the shirt on, I would be running like he is. I would be chasing everything down exactly how he is. So I think he's a fan's favourite, and at the moment, everything he hits seems to turn to gold. It's as soon as that ball comes edge of the area, you expect him to score, which is crazy to say. Some of the goals he scored, spectacular.
Yeah, definitely. So you've got the work rate of Rathbone. Do you have these finishing skills, Ed? Would you fancy yourself outside the box, top bins?
maybe a tap in. If I trip over or something, I might get on. Just getting on the end to it, I need a bit of a head start.
No, what great player. And then we can't skip over Arthur's save at the end, Tony. What a save! I mean, that's so important. Last couple of minutes, that strike from Sonny Carey, I think everybody thought it was in, and it's not the first time he's come up trumps either. Arthur, he makes some real good saves.
They're the equivalence of a goal for a goalkeeper, aren't they? It's strikers get paid to score goals, keepers get paid to keep goals out, and that was the timing of the match as well. I could see it from the other goal. The way it dropped for the player, he's going to hit this on the volley, and he must have seen it late. There's so many people in the box. It's a great stop, and it's not the first time he's done that. His best ability attribute is shot stopping. That is fantastic, and you must have seen it late. It was brilliant, and you could see on the replay when I watched it when I got back home. The Charlton players, 3 or 4, just went to the floor because I think they all thought it was going in, and that was the chance. Because the worry in the away end was they got a 93rd, 94th minute equaliser last year in the same fixture, and we were thinking, oh, here we go again. They had last year, and it was 2 weeks. They had a free kick near the end, lumped into the box, ended up having a handball penalty. This year, free kick comes into the box, and you're thinking the same thing again. And so when he saves it, the whole away end just went at a deep breath. So that, brilliant.
Yeah, you do live through past experiences, don't you? When something happens, carbon copy like that, as fans, you got your heart in your mouth. But no, like I say, got to come out the right end of the result, and another clean sheet, Ed. And how important a clean sheet? I know it's probably an easy thing to say. Of course, they're important, but it's the foundation, isn't it? So many teams focus on scoring so many goals, but if you can keep a clean sheet, you only need one goal to win the game, Ed. How important do you think clean sheets are for Wrexham this season?
Absolutely, because we always look like scoring. So we always think if we get a clean sheet, we're probably going to win because we look like scoring. Just a little note on Charlton, I saw a stat where at home they haven't scored more than once in the last 11 games. So you could kind of see that a bit in their finishing, I think, on Saturday, maybe a bit panicky. But yeah, to answer your question, clean sheets, of course, they're the foundation. But as Tony was saying before, we won 5-3 last week. We were able to score even when Ipswich scored 3 against us, and now clean sheet, we win. Portsmouth grabbed 1 against us, put us under a heck of a lot of pressure in midweek. But yeah, we don't generally, Ipswich game aside, we don't look like conceding many at the moment. Defence seems stable. Arthur's fantastic in goal.
He really is. And next up, Tony, it is the FA Cup. And who have you got coming to the racecourse? It's Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's Chelsea. What a team to come to the racecourse. Is it a bit of a pinch yourself moment? Because not only are they coming to the racecourse, I think you've got half a chance to pull off a good shot there.
So do I. I'm not saying we're going to beat Chelsea because they beat Hull 4-0 and Hull are above us in the league. But I do think they won't have it that easy. I say that, it'll be 5-0 now. But I don't this will bite me on the ass, but I don't think they'll have it that easy. Listen, you expect them to win. You expect their second string to win. Because they got their Arsenal today, they got Villa, I think away, Wrexham, and then Paris Saint-Germain. Just Wrexham in the middle of that. I'd be very surprised if they put a full team out, with PSG and Villa either side, but they should win, but it won't be easy. I don't think it will. It's starting to feel a bit real now. Like now, the car coming home earlier, we were like, right, Charlton's done. Chelsea next. I was like, whoa. Do you know what I mean? It's exciting. I just hope this week we got a week off, which is great. We can just really focus now. There's no distractions this week, and really everyone, the fans, the club, the coaches, everyone in the stadium, let's just work together to really make this as uncomfortable as possible for Chelsea this week.
Definitely. There's one thing guaranteed, Ed, and that's going to be effort from the boys. So that's already guaranteed. If you look at obviously the Ipswich game in the cup, they made loads of changes. Wrexham didn't. If that happens again, Chelsea make loads of changes. Wrexham don't. Do you think that could really be a positive for Wrexham and something that gives them the upper hand? Because when they're together as a unit, they are a hard team to play.
Yeah, and like Tony's just said there, with the fixtures they've got coming up, we haven't got a game in midweek, so we've got a free week now with training, prepping for the game. I mean, it could work the other way though, couldn't it? The second string, they're going to be hungry to play. They're going to want to prove themselves. They want to get game time, which they don't normally get. They're still going to be a very, very talented. I mean, Chelsea's squad, I don't even know what it would cost, but hundreds and hundreds of millions. So it could also be counterproductive, but we've got a history in the FA Cup. Forest was a bit of an upset, but it would be lovely to get a real big name again, such as Chelsea.
Oh, definitely. It's exciting. I don't know about you, Tony, but I love the FA Cup. What's your feelings on it, mate? Is it a thing that you really look at and go, oh, I'd love to have a cup run?
Yeah, I get really angry over the last few years. People above have been trying to do their best to water the competition down. It does me head in. Yeah. It's another subject for another day, but it should be on free-to-air TV. I just think about growing up. I'm not suggesting the final should be 9 a.m. and all the build-up. just have it on ITV and BBC One again, because a lot of people don't get the privileges now to watch it, because it's such a special competition. You know, like Macclesfield Brentford was on TNT on a Monday. It should be on BBC One. It's such a special competition where no country in the world, I don't think, would have the 6th-tier football team beating Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen in Portugal, Spain, Italy, France, Germany. It just wouldn't happen. It's such a special competition, and we need to protect it at all costs, because it's just fantastic.
Definitely. What about you, Ed? Do you have many memories of what was it like back then? Was it all day programs on black and white TV, or what was it like that, mate?
Yeah, getting the newspaper in the morning. I was there when we beat Arsenal, so I'm that old. Yeah, I was there then. But the magic of the FA Cup, as Tony's hit the nail on the head, it has been watered down recently, and it definitely with teams playing the second string at times. You know, back in the day, you were guaranteed the best team was going to play, even if it was the top team. Like when we beat Arsenal, it was the best Arsenal team that came to the racecourse. But it's still a world famous cup competition, and it's going to be such an occasion on Saturday. It's going to be wonderful.
Definitely. Right, we are now on to the A to Z feature, and Ed, we're on to the letter S. What is your letter S for Wrexham?
Yeah, well, continuing with our FA Cup theme, our FA Cup victory over Arsenal back in '92. Everyone knows the Mickey Thomas goal, but the second goal, Super Stevie Watkin. So I thought he deserves a mention, because he's the guy that hit the winner against Arsenal. It gets missed quite a lot by fans of other teams, I'd say. But what a crucial goal. And he was part of our promotion winning team back in 92-93. So very good player, very good hold-up player up front. He had a good partnership up front with a guy called Gary Bennett, who used to score goals for fun. But yeah, Super Stevie Watkin, he's the man today.
Love it. Very good for the FA Cup theme. I like that one, Ed. Very, very good. Right, again, carrying on the FA Cup theme for our tweet of the week, and it's a very hard question, boys. I'm going to prepare yourself. It's a very hard question. So, Tony, I'm going to chuck it to you first, mate. The tweet is, I don't know if it's an opposition fan, but it's asking, if you were Wrexham, would you take an FA Cup win, so an FA Cup final win, the cup, the trophy, or would you take promotion to the Premier League? What would you take this season, Tony, out of the two?
Win the FA Cup.
Love it.
There to win trophies, like, I think different scenario, but like I don't understand how clubs in the mid-table in the Premier League don't go full tilt, because then you ask Newcastle, they loved winning the cup last year.
Yeah.
If you ask Newcastle fan, would you rather 10 years in the Premier League or win the League Cup and the FA Cup? They'd take the cups all day. Different though, because the money situation. You ask a board member, they'd want the Premier League because of the money. The money for the FA Cup isn't a great deal compared to promotion. But it depends. From a fan perspective, it's winning the FA Cup. The owners would say different, of course. Yeah. And I get that. I do get that. But from a fan perspective, winning the FA Cup. And probably the players would say that too. They can show their grandkids in years to come the medals, and stuff like that. Promotions are special as well. But FA Cup,
Yeah, you say promotions are special and what it can lead to. But when as a fan, when you're in the terraces, what do you sing about? You sing about the trophies you've won, don't you? That's what fans really care about. Ed, I know it's a tough one. It's a tough question. What are you going to go for? The FA Cup medal around the players' necks, or are you going to go for a promotion to the promised land?
I love the way that Tony was just straight FA Cup. I was, as soon as you asked that, I said, "Oh my goodness!" The only bit I'm a bit torn on, and I agree with Tony there with the FA Cup and the trophy, but if we do get promotion, to do this back to back, this is historic as well. So winning the FA Cup obviously is historic, but so would this. But I think I would edge to the FA Cup. Hope that we get promotion next year, as well as being in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, that's what also the FA Cup can bring you. Yeah, brilliant. And on the FA Cup themed show, I'm glad neither of you said the Premier League, because that would have been like, oh, okay, well. So yeah, brilliant. No, brilliant. Like we said, we love the FA Cup. We really do. Thank you guys for a great conversation as always, and I'm really looking forward to tuning in for the Chelsea game. I really hope Wrexham have a giant killing on their hands. Thank you everybody for watching at home. Please get involved in the comments below. Do you think Wrexham have what it takes to beat Chelsea?